Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Please let me know if you can hear me. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, thank you very much for confirming that. Thank you very much. All right, I think my screen is going to be up very soon. My screen is going to be up very soon. All right, thank you very much. All right, so welcome back to class. You know, it's been a journey. We started from HTML, started from CSS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript too as well. And I'm very sure at least we're able to scale through JavaScript. I'm very sure of that. So if I should ask you like this now, some certain things in JavaScript, I believe everyone should be able to say something, if not all. At least you should be able to say something about JavaScript. And I believe everyone should be able to say something with JavaScript. So if I should ask anyone, like you can drop it in the comment section. What do you understand by JavaScript now? And then based on the code you've written, how is JavaScript? How is it like to you, or how is it treating you? Let me know in the comment section. How is JavaScript? How is it treating you? How is it like? Yeah, good evening, ma. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So let me know, how is JavaScript treating you currently? Someone said it is okay, little, it is somehow, sir. Okay. Well, JavaScript is somehow, it's a programming language, so it's actually meant to be somehow. Someone say JavaScript. JavaScript is hard, but with continuous practice and also learning, it gets easy. Yes, and also it is like average but hard. It's been a lot. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. See, the thing is, it's not treating me well, sir. I'm still restarting. Good. I love that. You are still researching well. I love that. You are still researching well. The whole thing there is that basic thing you need to know about JavaScript just is another case like websites. Yeah, thank you very much for giving us a definition for JavaScript. So we all know now that JavaScript is one kind of hard thing. I told you guys then when you started JavaScript that a lot of people might want to give up at this point, with JavaScript, and it has happened a lot, and it will keep happening because JavaScript is one part of web development that actually scale a lot of people. Yeah, so the major thing is just that you have to be following, and based on your little knowledge with JavaScript, but a little cool. On what a little practice like now I believe everyone should be able to like work with variable, work with function, work with class, work with objects, work with if else statements, and then just write some condition and make decision. I believe everyone should be able to do that. And also you should be able to loop. Like let's say if I say okay, loop 1 to 10, 1 to this thing. So what I just mentioned now are just one key thing or one key point in JavaScript, because there's no how you want to like write a whole full-fledged JavaScript that won't have all these things. Do we get? There's no how. So you might be looking at it now that you really don't know much like that, but I can bring it to you that you already know a lot. You know a lot because so far you know how variable works. You know how if and else statements, how they work. you know how function, how it works, you know how class, you know how object, you know how it works. You can write condition. Trust me, trust me, you are doing well. You are doing very well. You are doing absolutely well in JavaScript. So it's not until you write one code for the whole world before you think JavaScript. That's when you start having this thing. Before you start saying, well, that's when you start learning JavaScript. All this small, everything is just like process. So now it's small. So this week, you know, step by step, we are gradually moving towards the end of this thing. So we are looking at React JS now. And I believe by now, everyone now understand that aside from what we are doing in class, now I'm saying this again, aside from what we are doing in class, you have to make sure you do your own personal study too as well. Because if you don't do your personal study, there's no how you can actually meet up. There's no how. Because the time too, we have a limited time frame. So, and you have to work with time. It doesn't make sense for us to teach you guys, for us to teach you like half of this thing and then end the boot camp like that. It won't make sense. That's why we have to like take everything all together at once. We believe everyone should be able to like do their research and then practice well so as to be able to like come out very well with this thing. So we are going to be looking at React JS today. So basically, what you are basically doing in this React JS is more like a continuation of JavaScript. That's just what you are doing, more like a continuation of JavaScript. You can see we have React and then we have JS. JS means JavaScript. So React is a library, is a JavaScript library. That's what React is a JavaScript library. And you might have been hearing two things. You might have been hearing library and then you might have been hearing framework. So I want to tell you the difference between library and framework here, although I don't have it in my slide. So please, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. Difference between library and framework. So when I say library now, we all know that I'm putting it to sort what we can actually understand. When I say library, we know that what we go to the library to do, what we go to there, we actually go there to pick. Someone say, wow, React, yes. What we basically do, we go to a library, we go there to pick probably a book we want to read. That's what we do in the library. So now let me now relate it to what we mean by JavaScript. Now, when I say React JS is just like a JavaScript library, that means we actually go there to pick up something, right? I just want to come from endpoints where everyone is going to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm differentiating between framework and JavaScript. So I said library, you go there to pick a particular thing. And then when I say framework now, framework is more like the complete thing itself. So now, someone said I'm shocked, so don't be shocked. So framework basically is more like the complete art itself. It's more like the complete building. You can't have someone said they can't see my screen. Please, can you all see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen. With everything we'll be discussing since. Please let me know. People said yes, they can see my screen. Please, if you can't see my screen, do something. It is clear here. Very good. Thank you very much for confirming that. All right. So I was saying framework and library. So basically, what React what it does. Yes, now it's showing React JS. That's my screen. Yes, that's my screen. React JS is what I have on my screen. That's my screen. Yes, React JS. That is my slide. React JS. That's my slide. So I was differentiating between React JS and framework. So sorry, library and framework. So basically, React is for UI. And when I say UI, user interface, that's what React is for. Do you get? While library actually works, it takes in both the UI. I'm sorry, while framework, it takes in both the UI and then the backend so as well. So framework is more like the complete package, while React is more like just a standalone thing for the UI, just alone is for the UI. So that's the difference between framework and library. So let's move to the next thing we have on my slide. So introduction to React. React is a popular JavaScript library developed by Facebook for building dynamic and interactive user interfaces, especially for single page application SPAs. It follows a component-based architecture where each UI part is broken into small reusable components, making development scalable and easier to manage. I'm going to be explaining all these things once, little by little. Don't worry, you will get all these things today. All right. So, so some key features of React, it include declarative, and one of the things there in declarative is React allows developers to describe what they want to see on the screen, and it efficiently updates and renders components as data changes. I'm going to be explaining this as we're actually moving. I just want us to have a good understanding of React before we move on to what we have. So, I said earlier that it's actually a component-based this thing. So React promotes code usability through encapsulating components which manage their own state and can be composed into complex UI. So what I mean by encapsulate is just that you write a function that is actually hidden, then all you need to do, you call it from another place, then after calling that function, you have the function is actually performing a thing. The function is performing something. And when we have a function somewhere that's performing a thing, you now call that function. You just call the function name without seeing, without you seeing the function itself, what it does. But you just call that function. That means you have encapsulated the code. That is, the code is actually somewhere. The only thing you are doing, you are just using that function without knowing whatever is inside or the code that has been written. That's what we mean by encapsulation. Yes. Framework is more like the full thing, while React is just like a front end, more like UI, more like the UI. That I was explaining the other time. I said everybody should pay attention because I don't have it in my slide, and I'm not going to go back to it. If you didn't get that part, please help me to go back. So I don't want us to waste take much time here. Do you get? I don't want us to take much time here because we actually take a lot of time with JavaScript too. So the other one is virtual DOM. So React creates a lightweight copy of the real DOM called the virtual DOM and updates it without reloading the entire page, which improves performance. So basically, what we mean by virtual DOM, in JavaScript, we did something like DOM, that document object model. We did something like that. That is manipulating our text. That's what we did there. We did a lot of manipulation, using our get elements by ID, get elements by class name, get elements, we use our query selector all those things now. So React now, it has a virtual DOM where we can actually probably you want to change a particular thing and then you don't want your page to reload. You just want a very quick action. That's a very quick rendering. So basically that virtual DOM is on your browser. So React actually updates your code immediately without having to reload the page. A good example. Thank you very much for confirming that. All right, so because you guys did not pay attention, that's why you're cutting the whole thing. All right, so when we now say React, basically, so React is just I'm saying it again. You have a UI. React is basically for what? For user interface. That's what React is for. It's a JavaScript library. That's what I said. And I said, since it's actually for user interface, that means it's a library. It's not for the whole thing. Do you get? It's not for the whole thing. That is, you don't use React for backend or something. You only use it for the UI. That is the front end aspect. That's where you use React. That's the only place you use React. Cool. So let's move to the next one. I explain DOM now. All right, so the installation process, you can't just, the way we started JavaScript without installing JavaScript, React actually has its own installation process. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, I just, before the installation, I just want us to have some application, because we are looking at the, we are learning React JS. Please, my background is okay. Okay, so application. So few popular websites powered by React Library are listed below. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Netflix, we have Code Academy, we have Reddit. All these I can even say major websites now, they are actually powered by React. Major websites now, they are powered by React, because React is actually what, very fast, doesn't cost any reload. And the major reason why they use it is because of all this advantage. That's why they use React. And this React, I can say, if we can actually calm down and then learn this React very well, it's actually going to get a long way. The main thing you just need to know, just know the concepts. That's what you just need to know. Know the concepts. Once you know the concepts, so apply them is not going to be difficult for you. So apply them is not going to be difficult for you. And let me break this to you. This React, I said it's a continuation of JavaScript. So you might be coming across a lot of JS code in this React. You are going you are coming across a lot of VS code, a lot of JavaScript code in React, because it's a library and it's built with JavaScript. Okay, so for you to install React, or let me say before the installation, let me just use this 3 minutes to ask us a question. So I want to ask a question. I don't know how many of us, back in the days when we use Facebook, before, when you are using Facebook, before you can get a new message, you have to reload your Facebook before a new message comes in. Is that very true? Please let me know in the comment section. I just want to bring it down to what everyone can actually understand, and relate to it very well. Yeah. Before you can get a new message in old Facebook, you have to reload. After you reload, that's when the new message will now come in. Very good, very good, very good. But nowadays, do you have to reload before your new message comes in? I mean, these days, you have to reload before another message comes in. No. Cool. So people are saying no. That means you don't have to do, you don't have, not at all, you don't have to reload. So now you can see the effect of React JS. It just pop up. That's the effect of React JS. That's the effect of React JS. Before, you have to reload before a new message. Someone might have sent you message since, but if you don't reload your page, you won't get any message. That's where React actually comes in. It doesn't cost any reload. Any action that is happening, it updates it in real time. So can we all see the usefulness of React like that? With the major usefulness of React. Please let me know if you actually understand what I just said here. Like with the Facebook, with the old Facebook analogy. And you see the usefulness of React there. Very good, very good, very good. Because you don't have to reload your page anymore. You don't have to reload. Once you get a message now, it will pop up immediately. You get, that's React. And look at this now. The way it's actually doing all those things now. That's where our virtual DOM, that's where all those things, that's where they come in. Our virtual DOM, it actually populates everything. Once you get a message, immediately, it renders it immediately, because you don't have to wait, you don't have to reload this thing. Thank you very much for understanding. Okay, very good. So now I believe everyone now has a good understanding of React, the major or the sole purpose of React. Okay, so let's now move to the installation aspect. So now, for you to before starting with React, ensure you have Node.js installed on your system. Node.js is essential because it provides the environment to run React and manage dependencies via Node Package Manager. So how do you install Node now? And if you've been in class, if you've been in my class, when I start now and I write something like node space script.js. If you have been in my class, I've used something like that on my terminal before when I don't use the browser to run my code. I've used something like that on my terminal before, on my screen. Okay, good. You guys see something like that? Someone said no. That means you've not been in my class then. Thank you very much for confirming that. So you used to see, I used to use terminal, I used to use Node. That is that. No, I said we are going to do our own later. So you guys will actually. No. If you have Node already, you don't have to install it anymore. You don't have to install it again. Once you install it. So now, Sunshine Inspiration. During the installation process now, you'll be the one helping the class on the installation. Sunshine Inspiration, you'll be the one helping the class now. Probably somebody is not getting a particular thing. You'll be the one helping the class. Someone said, okay, you mean yes. Okay, thank you very much for saying you mean yes. All right. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so now for us to install Node now, the first thing we want to do is to head over to their browser, which I'm going to be sharing my screen now so we can see what I'm saying. So let me go to the browser. Escape. Okay, I believe you can all see my browser. So I'll go to Node. Okay, so let me just go to nodejs.org. Nodejs.org. I don't know if I can actually zoom this. I don't know if I can. Nodejs.org. Nodejs.org. So I'm actually loading this thing. Why is it taking time? Node.js. All right. So I'll go to the website now. The first thing I want to do is to go to this Node.js. That's the first thing I want to do. So when you get to their website, why is it taking time to load? So basically, what you want to do, you want to download this thing. Hey, what's going on? Just type Node.js. Node.js. That's what you're going to type on your browser. Node.js. It's very important for this class. It's very, very important for this class. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you very much, Digital Coach, for confirming that. Those that have Node, they just need to check the version of their this thing. What's going on? Is that this thing down? Sorry, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Please, I believe you all can hear me now. I hope it's not network. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. You all can hear me. So what's going on? Thank you very much for confirming that. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So basically, what you just want to do, you want to come over to this place. I clicked it now. What's going on? This might be network issue. Okay, someone said it's not loading on their browser too. Yeah, it's actually network because I can actually view the whole thing here. So it's actually network. It's network. So basically, let me just explain the whole thing that you want, the whole thing you want to do here. So let me explain. So now the major thing, yeah, loud and clear. Thank you very much. All right. So the thing you want to do, it is not there also. It's okay, very good. I think it's probably they are this in it down. Maybe they are this in it down. So let's just take it for that for them. So maybe they are this in it down, sure. So let's just leave it that. All right. So let me explain everything we are going to do here. So let me make sure my screen is very big for us to see very well. For us to see, I want to make sure the screen is very big. So it is network. The website is loading slowly. Yeah. Okay. So someone says, don't know what to do there. Don't worry. You say you don't know what to do there. I'm going to explain the whole thing you're going to do there now. And also, I'm going to, to make the class also fast too as well. Mine has opened. Glory to God, your own is open. All right. So, okay. So the first thing you want to do when you get to their website, you download Node. Note that the same way when I was explaining how to use VS Code, download Windows. Click on Windows. When you see Windows, click on Windows, and then after clicking on Windows, you make sure you download the latest one. So after downloading the latest one, the next thing you want to do is you want to install it. Don't worry. I think before today, a step-by-step, I'll look for a step-by-step introduction or how to install Node.js. I'm going to look for a step-by-step video on how to do that, and I'm going to pass it across to us on the Telegram channel. For those that might not get the whole thing at once, I'll look for a step-by-step video on how to do that, on how to install it. So I'll look for a step-by-step video. All right, so that we solve that. So after downloading it, you click on install. So after installing, obviously, you have to read something. I pick everything because this thing is down. That's I can. So that's why I said I'm going to improvise. I'll look for a step-by-step video on how to install it. So now, after installing, the next thing you want to do is to what? Check the version you installed. So how do you check the version you installed? How do you check that? So I'm going to sorry. I'll share my terminal so we can all see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I'll share my terminal. Yeah. I'm coming. So I just want us to see my terminal so we can actually move on with this thing. Oh, I believe you can all see my terminal now. Yeah, thank you very much for confirming that you guys can actually get the whole thing. All right, so on my terminal previously, on my terminal, and then when I say terminal now, I mean CMD. All you just need to do after the installation, all you need to do, just go to your So all you just need to do, come to if you are using Windows, all you just need to do type CMD. Just type CMD. That's what you are going to type. Type CMD. When you type CMD, command prompt. That's actually what it means. Command prompt. So I can version 8. Aha, very good. So people said they have version 8. Very good. So now, how do I check the version? After you can see your terminal. Yes, you can see it now. All right. So how do you check it now? You do Node. That's what I was trying to say the other time. So when you say something, okay, cool. So they can see my terminal. You can see what's going on. Okay. So now look at what I did here. I did node space -v. That's what I did. So you can see your terminal. You guys can see my terminal now. Because I can see that you guys can see it. Your screen is not visible. Someone said my screen is not visible. My screen is not visible. You can't see my screen now. Someone said it's visible now. Okay. Thank you very much for confirming that. All right, so let me clear what I've done here. So let me clear it. So, thank you very much. Don't be lost. Don't be lost. If you are following us, you know that you are not lost. If you are following us, someone said mine is 20. Very good, very good. Don't be lost though. I said the installation process, we don't just want to waste much time with it. Download it. After downloading it, install. And after installing, then how do you know if it's installed? You come here, you type node-v. That is the version of the node you have installed on your laptop. That's the version of the node you install. I've installed mine for a long time now. So your own might be like 20.17 or 20.18 or thereabout. Mine has been here for a long time. My own has been here for a long time. How do you open your this thing? How do you open your terminal? Go to your search bar, type CMD. When you type CMD, you click on command prompt. That's actually the name, command prompt. So when you get there, just come here and do node-v. That is the version of the node the version of the node you just downloaded. That's actually what this one means. The version of the node you just downloaded. So after checking the version of the node, you can see mine v20.13.1. That's actually what mine is showing. The next thing you want to do is to check if npm is also installed with that node, because what we are going to be using, node package manager. That is npm. That's why mine is, sorry, your own is v, not b. V20 point, exactly. Your own can be higher than my own. You guys are very high, you guys are very okay. So now I said after node-v, node-v. I believe you can all see my screen to see what I just typed now. Thank you very much, Sunshine Inspiration. You can also do Windows R. When you now do Windows R, it's going to be a dialog. After bringing the dialog, the next thing you want to do is to type CMD and press OK. If you can see, do Windows R, Windows key plus R. Then inside the dialog box, you press what? You do CMD. That's what you do. If you are not getting that, okay, thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So the next thing you want to do is to check your npm version too. So I'll do npm-v here too as well. So now that I do npm-v, you can see showing me 10.8.0. That means I have Node Package Manager installed on my machine. That is on my laptop. I have it installed. I have Node installed. I have Node npm. Someone said it's not showing what I'm saying. Please, can you all see my screen? It is not showing what I'm typing. My screen is frozen. Please, can you see npm? Sorry, can you see npm? Let me know if you can see npm. Oh, it wasn't showing before. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, now, but we can all see npm here. We can all see npm. So npm means Node Package Manager. So we are checking the version. All right, cool. We are checking the version of the Node Package Manager I have here. Okay, very good. So mine is 10.8.0. So you can see, you can check your Node version, you can check your npm version. Now, let me break this to you. Once you install Node, definitely you have npm installed too as well. So they go hand in hand, they come along together. So it's not as if you are installing Node separately and then you are installing npm separately. Once you install your Node, you have npm installed all together. So the moment you install Node, again, I'm saying it again, just do your node-v, then do your npm-v. If you are not getting all these versions here, just know that your Node is not yet installed. Do you get? Just note that it's not yet installed. So please, do we all get that? Okay, someone said they can see 10 points. Very good, very good, very good, very good. So click on download. Mine is 10.8.2. Very good. You guys are higher, you know, you guys are moving very, very high. That's very good. All right. So please, those of you that I believe everyone now, is this the node we are supposed to? My node, very good, very good. So those that have node installed now, obviously, you know, you guys are going to up, you're going to up the class too as well. You that you have node installed, you know, my node is mine is not installing. You know, you have to help the class too as well. You have to help the class too as well. So let's note that once you have your own, mine is 10.5.2. Very good. Aha. So if you have it installed, please, you're helping the class. You're helping the class. You're helping the class. Okay. No, you cannot download it on your phone. You cannot do it on your phone. We have moved past that phone thing. You can't do this on your phone. You can't do this on your phone. Okay, so let's move to our next agenda on the slide. Next agenda on the slide. Some people say now. Please, let's move to the next thing on the slide so we don't really take much of our time. You know, time too is very, very important. All right. So after all these things here, the next thing you now want to do is to create a new React application. Sorry, I'm going to share my screen now. So some people are saying mine is showing. Very good. If your own is showing already, please, you are going to up the class too. You are going to up the class too. So you are going to create a new React application. So how are we going to do that? So to create a new React application, you know, we have our npm already. So now we now use something here, and what we use here, we use npx. So what the npx, what it means basically, it means node package execute. That's actually what this npx means. So basically, what you are doing here, you are actually accessing, you know, we said we have node already, and React is inside node, and we are using npm, that's the node package manager, to actually to work with React. That's what we are actually doing. So someone should tell me how to check if node is installed. We just did it now, node version, that's node space dash v. That's what we did there. So now, after having, once you confirm node is installed, npx is installed, once you confirm those two are installed, the next thing you want to do now, thank you very much for typing that in the comment section. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so let me now share my terminal screen so we can all see my terminal. The next thing I'm going to do from there, the next thing I will do from there. So the next thing I'm going to do from there, you know, I was saying we are going to be using terminal basically for all these things. We're not going to be using our normal file creation and the likes. But while doing all these things too, please as well, all this our React learning, everything you're going to be doing during this React, I want you to actually create a folder for them. Now inside the folder, that's where you now start all these things. We are not using You are using VS Code. You are using VS Code. We are still using VS Code. We are using VS Code. But it's just that what we are doing, we are going to be using terminal for them. We can use our VS Code terminal. I'm going to be showing us how to actually do that. But I just want us to start with the CMD thing first. So now the next thing you want to do is that make sure you create a folder for your React class. So now, for me to do that now, for me to create a folder for my React class, please, I just want us to like take everything all together. I want us to take everything all together. You know, we're not able to take Git. We're not able to take command line, this and syntax. We're not able to take that. So please note that as we are going on with this now, we are going to be introducing command line code to us, at least just to chip it in. At least from there, we can actually cover the whole thing all at once. So now, how do I create a folder with my command line, with the Git command? How do I do that? I'll do mkdir. Please, I just said it now. How do I create command? You know, I said this is actually not part of React, but I just want us to like have a knowledge of how Git works, how command line works. Someone say they can't hear me. Please, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, thank you very much for confirming that. So now I said something. I said I'm going to be introducing Git to us as well. How about those of us using Mac? So to those of you using Mac, you know, your command line like this now, when we say Git is actually universal for everybody. Do you get Git? This Git is universal for everybody. I believe some of us will have been hearing Git, but because we are not able to like take that, it's not part of our curriculum. But I know that we are going to be using it. That's why I'm actually introducing. That's why I'm doing it in the terminal. Although I can actually do it and then tell us, oh, this is actually how to do it. But I don't just want to skip that aspect. So we can actually know, oh, this is actually how this thing works. So now, the way I'm saying it now, if you don't get it during the at first, please just scroll back, watch when I was explaining, so we don't waste much time on it. Yes, can I use Git bash? Yes, you can use Git bash. Exactly. Those that means you understand Git then. But just for this, don't worry, you can have earlier version, you can have any version. So let me use how do I go into a particular folder? You can see here I have my PC, the name of my PC, we have users. Windows can take more than one user. So now you can see the user here is what? David. Now this user now, it has access to a lot of things. So I'll do ls here. When I do ls, please let's note, when I do ls, what I'm basically saying is what? I'm loading everything I have. I'm loading everything I have on my, okay, let me do ls. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm using this thing. Hold on, I'll use Git so we can all see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, good. I believe you can all screen very well. Okay, so now when I did ls here, let me zoom it. When I did ls here, you can see it actually listed everything I have inside my inside that particular thing here, inside David. That's actually what it did here. It listed everything. So what ls does is that it will list all your files. That's what ls, that's what it will do. Please, if you don't get it, please scroll back and watch it again. Ls list all files. So now one of the files I have here, you can say I have a lot of them. So where I want to go to, I want to go inside documents. So now if I say cd inside document, what I'm saying is what? I'm changing directory. What cd means is what? Change directory. So when I say cd documents, now I'm going inside document. That's what it means. So I'll press enter. So now if you can look at it here, look at it at this stage. You can see that document is now at this stage. But now, if you look at it from this endpoint here, you can see documents because I've entered document. Now, let me do ls here. Ls. Now, when I do ls, you can see everything I have inside my document. This everything I have inside my document. I have Arduino. I have a lot of things here. A lot of things here inside my document. Please, I use cd to change directory. I use ls to list them. If you don't get it, please go back and then watch the other part so we don't waste much time here. All right, so let me just clear this thing again. So now I'm inside my document. Now the next thing I want to do is to create a folder. So how do I create folder? How do I create folder? I use mkdir. What that mkdir means is what? Make directory. And when we say make directory, making a folder. That's actually what it means. So mkdir space the name you want to call that folder. So I want to call the folder React. Sorry, let me just call it Rita space React. Class. React class. React class. You can see I did mkdir, then thank you very much for confirming that. So space React space class. Once I press enter like this now, you can see what I have here. I just did mkdir /React class. What I just did here, I just created a folder. The normal way you create folder, when you right click and create folder, I just did that on my terminal. That's just the difference. I'm doing this on my terminal. You can create your own folder. If you don't get this aspect, please create your folder normally. Create it in your what's it called? We create it with your GUI, that's your graphic user interface, and then load it on your VS Code. Once you load it on your VS Code, then you can now start using the command line. I'm not using browser. All right. So now after this, now the next thing I want to do, I want to go inside that later. So later React class. So now you can see now that here at this point here, you are showing documents. Now you can see it has added later here. That is, I've gone inside the document too. If I do ls, you can see that it's not showing anything. It's showing empty because I've not created anything inside. That's actually why it's showing like this. Now, if I want to put this on my VS Code using terminal, we've been using our normal GUI to load our document inside to load our directory inside our VS Code. Now I can actually use this too as well to load that. Yes, it's actually better just for normal class. So I'm not using browser. So the next thing I want to do, I just want to do code period. Once I do code period, that means I want to code this present directory. What I'm saying is what? I want to open it in VS Code. That's actually what I'm saying here. I want to open it in VS Code. Please, not all the commands you have been using, though. Not all the commands you have been using, because I'm not going to go back to them and I'm not going to be using them again. Like, yeah. So code dot. If I say code dot, I want to code this present directory. Someone said it. Please, if you're not, you can actually go back, watch it again, increase your video quality because time has gone here. All right, so 49. So we have a code directory. So that you press enter. Come in. Let me just look for a way to share my entire screen so we can all come along with me. So let me look for a way to share my entire screen. I believe we can all see my screen now. We can. Okay, cool. So I believe everyone can see my screen. I believe everyone. Can you see it now? You should be able to see it now. Okay, cool. So now, if you can all see my entire screen now. Okay, very good. Now I can see my entire screen now. When I didn't run the code. If I see code dot, I want to code this current directory. If I should press enter, look at what will happen now. You can see it actually opens VS Code. It opens VS Code with that what? With that folder I created just now. You can see it opens VS Code with the folder I created just now, that's actually what this code, that's what it does. So you can decide to use your normal way of opening folder here, clicking on open folder, then go to the other edge there. All right, so now I will open my VS Code terminal from here. You can see I'm inside this folder already. Now that I'm inside this folder, the next thing is I'll come over here. Let me make my VS Code very big to show you. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll make my VS Code very big. So the next thing I want to use terminal from my VS Code. So if I click on this place here, look at where I clicked on. Oh, I clicked on this hamburger here. After clicking the hamburger, then I scroll over to terminal. Then I clicked on new terminal. So now you can see when I clicked on new terminal, it actually brought out this terminal for me. So now it is now this terminal I'm going to be using for my React, to run my React, to create my React my React application. So now I want to create React application now. How do I do that? Remember, I'm inside my folder already before I started creating any React application. That's why I said, if it's not clear, please, we can also go back and watch the video. And then, because this is actually not part of, I just want to bring it in so we can also learn along. Then when you see it next time, it won't look like, oh, this is not what I know. Do you get that? That's actually why I bring it. It's not part of the class, and I don't want us to waste much time with the class. So I want us to be able to achieve something today. All right. So that's actually is there another way to show this stuff? It is not working. All right. So now, if it's not working for you, it does not work on Windows. What's it called? Windows command line. Windows command line. It will work on Windows command line. It will work on Windows command line. Let me open my CMD too. Let me use my CMD here. Sorry, let me use my CMD. I believe everyone can see my screen. So now if I should do dir here. Now when I do dir, you can see that when I did dir here, dir is actually listing everything I have. And when I went to bash, it was ls I used to list everything. So the commands are actually different. Do we get? So if it's not working, please just calm down. Someone said I'm not understanding anything. Wait, what you don't understand is the coding, if the terminal aspect. Now the terminal aspect, you understand the VS Code aspect. The VS Code, create a folder, open that folder, your VS Code. Forget the Git aspect. Do we get? Forget the Git aspect. Yes, I said hamburger. Please, we did not see the hamburger. Okay, someone said hamburger. Sorry, don't let me call it hamburger. So let me just call it a diff. Just look at your top right corner. You are going to see all this here. It's because I zoomed mine. That's why you guys are not seeing terminal. And because if I not zoom it, you guys will start complaining that you're not seeing it very well. That's actually why I zoomed it very well. So please, do we all get what we are doing here? If your terminal is not working, it's not a must to use that terminal. It's not a must. I'm just bringing it in so we can know that there's something like that. It's not part of the class. Do you get? It's not part of the class today. Yes, it is not. That's why I said that. Okay, that's why I said that if you are not using Git bash or PowerShell, it does not normal command Windows command line does not recognize it. That's actually how it works. So if you don't recognize it, just hold on for it. Do you get? Just open it with your normal thing. With time, you're going to see how you can actually solve that. With time, you can see how you can actually solve that. I don't want us to waste much time. Okay, so now that I have, you guys said it again. Oh, you can click on open folder. After creating folder, you can click on open folder, go to document, and then you are going to see. Sorry, let me go to documents here. Documents, I can see little React class. Click on little React class. Click on what? Select folder. That is what I did in that terminal, and that's why I do the same thing here. So please, if you not get that part, you should be able to get this. If it's not working on the terminal, please use your normal VS Code way, please. So if it's not working that way, please, so we don't waste much time on it. All right, so now the next thing we want to look at is how to create our React application. After installing Node, after having npm, the next thing we want to do is, okay, how do we create a React application? Now, to create a React application, now I said something. I said npx here. I said npx, and what this npx means is what? Node package execute. It's actually executing a code. Now, the what it's executing is now create React. Please, do we get this? Oh, let me stop sharing this screen. Let me share my screen so I can see. Well, so I don't distract anybody here. Yes, you need to have Git on your system. I just brought that in, so we'll know. Do we get? It's not as if it's part of this thing. It's just like, at least so we can know that, oh, we're actually doing something. It's not part of the class, and I don't want us to waste much time on it. Yeah. All right. So the next thing we now want to look at is I said we use npx create React app. I'm typing it already. Okay. So I said npx npx create React. Then I'll put app. Then I'll put the name of my app. So now if I say npx create React app here, npx create React app. After having npx create the app here, the next thing I want to have is the name of my app. So I want to say my app. So if I say my app here and then click enter, so let's see what will happen. So you can see it's creating the app for me already. You can see that it's creating the app for me already. So you can see it's creating my app. My screen is already showing. My screen is showing. No. Probably you typed that earlier. My screen is showing. You can't see my screen. How come? So wait, you can't see my screen. Hey, what's going on? My screen is not showing. Hey. Wow. Someone say we can't see it. That's it. Screen not showing. Wow. Okay, let me stop presenting and then do it again. So let me stop it. Let me do it again. Let me share my entire screen now. Don't worry, I'm going to share I'm sharing my entire screen now. Okay, so can you see my entire screen now? Can you see my entire screen now? Okay. Thank you very much for confirming that. All right. So this is actually what I did before. I did npx create React application. Then I gave it a name. That's what my app. Don't worry. After this one is done, I'll create another one. Don't worry. After this one is done, I'll create another one. Do we get? I'll create another one. Once this one is done, I'll create another one. So you can see when I say npx create React app, then I give it the name of my app. You can see my app here. It's creating it already. See, it's creating the app already. I didn't create this app. Is this my npx node package execute that is actually what's creating it? It's working already. Don't worry, I'll create another one. Someone said I'm zooming. Don't worry, I'll create another one once this one is done. I don't want to load my laptop with a lot of things there. That's why I'm having it that way. Okay, so while this is actually going on, if anything you are not getting, please let us know now. Let us know now so people can actually answer your question in the comment section. People can answer the question in the comment section. Any of the things you are not getting, please ask your question now. Thank you very much for typing that in the comment section. To create it, you do npx create react app. And also, please, if you have Node, if you have npm, you can also try this as well, so we don't really waste much time too as well. Just do npx create react app. But note, when you are doing this, you have to be connected to the internet. When you are doing this, make sure you are connected to the internet. Without internet, it won't work. Please, let's note that though. Yes, you can use any name. You can use any name. You can decide to use any name. Okay, so someone said they've not installed Node, or please try to install the Node. Try to download the Node. Try to download it. If you can actually download it now, fine. But after the class, I'm going to send a resource on how to actually do that. I'm going to send a resource on how to install the Node. I'll send a resource. Don't worry, if you don't understand the command, just use your normal browser for it. Someone said the site is not opening. Yeah, the site might not open. It was because of I think probably network or something. Probably network or something. So just don't worry. It's probably network. It's probably network. So how to mine is showing npm. Hey, npm 44. Oh my. I'm coming. I want to share my VS Code screen alone so we can see. So I can also answer questions. So I don't really, so I can have that on the screen, and then at the same time. Sorry, let me present. Let me share my screen, my VS Code screen. Sorry, what's going on? Okay, so we are on break now. I think we are on break now. You're welcome back to class. You're welcome back to class. So I got one question here that says I have Windows on my laptop. A package manager dialog box is showing asking me to install Node on VS Code using FNM. What is that, please? So I really don't get the question. So now the thing is, if you are using Windows, not like you have Windows, you are using Windows. So now when you have Windows, so what you mean by package manager? When is Node that you have package manager inside. When you install your Node, that's where you have npm or folder creation involves Git, right? Yes. If you don't have, you can choose to install it. If you don't have Git, you can choose to install. You can choose to install it. You know, for the knowledge sake, and I can say everyone should able to, like, everyone should do that. Everyone should do that. Install Git. Everyone should do that. Everyone should do that. But for the class for today, so the class can actually move very fast. Please, let's use the normal way that we all know. Normal way that we all know. Normal way that we all know. Do we get normal way that we all know? All right. So now you can, if you can see my VS Code screen very well, it's please let me know if you can see my VS Code screen first, because you know the other time I was saying I thought we are all seeing it, and I was surprised that we can't even see the whole thing there. Okay, someone said it's showing npm error. Now, when you check your npm version, is it showing npm version? Okay, cool. So now when I ran npm, where is it? When I ran npx create react app, and I named it my app. Let me do the same thing here again. Let me do another one. So I'll do npx create react app. I can give it any name. So I'll give this one, I will say little app. Now if I say little app here and I click enter, let's see what is going to happen. So I just did it again. I hope you can all see it on my terminal. You can see how it's actually loading here. That is, it's creating that application. You can see it's actually creating it already. So it's installing the thing. So you can see it's creating it already using npx. Okay, so please, can you see the way it's actually creating it? You saw what I just did now. I did npx create react app. npx create react app, and I called it little app. That's actually why I gave the name I gave it. You can see I've created two app now. I created two app now. And you know, these things too, this thing actually works with laptop too as well. If your laptop is a bit slow, creating a React app might be a bit, you know, might be a little bit challenging. It might take you time to, you know, like my own is running in if my own is running with let's say in under 5 minutes, yours can be like 10 minutes if your laptop is slow. And then, you know, it might not make the learning curve very easy for you. But please let me know. Please, I hope you are all seeing what is happening on my terminal. Let me know in the comment section, please. I hope we are all seeing what is going on my terminal, because that one is the most important part of it. That's the most important part. Okay, good. Thank you very much for confirming that. So you can see it's still loading. You can see it's still creating the application. That's actually what it's still doing. All right. Thank you very much for confirming that. So let's wait for it to install. For having error, please check your if npm, check your npm version, check if Node is installed, check if everything is actually working fine before you try it out. Someone said it's trying to, okay, good. It's creating the application for me. That's actually what it's doing. It's creating the application for me. That is what is happening over there. So let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. And also, you can also try to try if you can do your own from your end. So please try to also do the same thing. If you can do yours too from your own end too, please try to do the same thing. NPM version is 10.1. Is it too old? Oh yeah, okay. You know what? You know what you are doing now. Download another node and install it. Once you download another node and install it, let's see. The package manager should be updated. That should solve the problem. So let's wait for our code to to run here. Thank you very much for saying that. Download another Node.js. Don't say don't worry. God is going to help you. But I just want to make sure that a lot of people actually get this thing. So learning is going to be easier for us. Once some people get it, definitely it's actually going to be easy for others because it can easily put everyone through. Do we get? They can easily put everyone through. So I just want some people, at least if over 50% of the class can actually get this thing all at once, it's going to be very easy for everyone to as well. So move on. So you can see mine is still displaying. I don't know what's going on. Why is it taking so long? It doesn't take time like this, so that shows that my laptop is already getting filled up. Yes, I said it earlier. If you don't have internet, it won't work. So make sure you have internet. It's not as if it's going to take 1 gig. No. It won't take like 1 gig or this thing. It's just some few. You can see that they wrote it there. They said installing packages. They said this might take a couple of what? A couple of minutes. And our is installing already. We're almost done. 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 So you can see the whole process. Look at the way it's actually displaying from my own end too. So that's actually how it's going to display on your own end as well. So let's see. Okay, cool. We can see happy hacking now. So once you see happy hacking, that means what? Your React application is successfully what? It's successfully created. Your React is successfully created. You can see we have npm start, npm run eject. We have cd inside liter dash app npm start. So now you can see when I was saying cd the other time that is change directory. what is saying here is that, Oga, you just created an application. Please go inside the application and start the application. That is what that CD, that is what it means. So now let me go to my VS, let me come over back. So now that I have this here, the next thing I want to do is what? Do my CD, because I want to go inside my Liter app. That's the app I just created now. So I'll do CD Liter app. So now if I do CD Liter app, I'll press enter. So now you can see I'm inside Liter app now. If you look at it here, I'm inside Liter app now. So if I do ls, so list everything I have there, you can see I have my node modules, I have my public, I have my src, git ignore, blah blah blah, and the likes. So now the next thing I now want to do after I see the inside is what? Start my application. That's the next thing I want to do. So how do I start my application? We do npm start. npm start. When you do npm start, it will automatically open this thing for you. It will automatically open a browser once it starts. So I'll click enter, npm start. So it will start the application for you and then open your browser immediately. So I'm going to, let me just share my screen. Okay, so it's actually opening already. It's coming up. It's coming up. You can see it's starting. Okay, very good, very good, very good. But where it opened, I don't like where it opened. Okay, so where we have our this, that's actually where I want to put it. Sorry, I'm coming. Oh, I'm not seeing my cursor. Okay, so I'm coming. I want to share my screen so we can all see what we're saying here. Where's my? Sorry, hold on. Oh, coming. I want to make sure we are all on the same page. I want to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah. Let's see my mouse here. What's going on? Coming. I don't know what's going on here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Coming. Oh. I just want to make sure we are on the same page. I'm not seeing my mouse. What's going on? Okay. What's going on? What's going on? After that, just install it normally. Exactly. Just install it normally, please. Just install it. App is coming, coming, coming. When someone said app is coming, coming, coming. App is not coming, coming, coming. Oh. Zoom's app is coming. The app is not coming. Oh. Please, I need to pay for Node. Node is free. Node is free. Node is free. You don't need to pay for it. Node is free. Please, let's note that. Node is free. You're not paying anybody for Node. Let me share my entire screen so we can all move on from there. Node is free. You don't need to pay anybody. Come out, share my entire screen so we can all see what I have here. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Okay, I think I'm sharing my entire screen now. So we can all see my entire screen. Okay, so this is my screen here. Can you see my screen? Please, those times that we're talking. Okay, no, sir. All right, my screen is going to be up very soon. Don't worry, it's going to be up very soon. It's going to be up very soon. My screen will be up very soon. No, don't worry. To be up soon. All right, thank you very much. All right, so we can all see my screen. I'm very, very sure now. Hey. Off again. Yeah, I know. I know it's off again. You are going to see my screen now shortly. You're working on it already. Someone said the truth is I can't see. Don't worry, you are going to see my screen now. You will see my screen. You will see my screen now. But just make sure that everything we've talked about, please, everything we've talked about today, just look at it. Now, when I said it's going to open the browser, so you can see the browser here. It opens itself automatically. It opens this on the browser. So now, welcome to React Live. All React projects that you have been seeing all this while, in all this life, they started this way. Every React project, it started from somewhere. It started like this. And if you can look at the link here, we have local host. We have local host. That, and then the local host is on port 3000. The local host is on port 3000. So after creating your React app, after CD, after doing npm start, it will take you down to this page on your browser. So please, if it's taking you to that place, it's saying that its installation was detected. Npx create. This is what I type, but I get error. Npx create React app. Thank you very much for Mitch Toba for saying that. The person that is saying chocolate chocolatey, or what's it saying? Yeah, just click continue. Just continue. Okay, so npx react app, my app. This is what I type, but I got errors. Please just tell your error in the comment section so people can help you. Just put your error in the comment section so they can actually help you. All right, so please, I hope so for those that actually installed. Oh, someone said finally installed. Glory to God. Hallelujah. All right, so I said, like I said earlier, this is actually where it's going to take you through. It's going to take you to this place. The widget is going to take you to this place after the whole installation and the likes. So I'm going to be sharing my slide again. So let me share my slide, because I want to use my slide to explain it. One aspect. Sorry, let me just share that screen. Sorry about that. It's still the same screen. Someone said finally installed. Someone said finally installed. All right, good, good. I love that we are able to like install all those things here very fast. That's very true. That's very good. All right, so I'll pause my slide so we can see what we are going to do next. What's happening? Finally installed. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so I'm going to share my the next thing I want to explain to us, aside from the installation process. Now, this part is actually one of the key parts here. It's one of the key parts here. So this part here, I know when we created the what's it called? Mine said no such directory or file. If your network is poor, it can cause error too as well. While you are building your React application, it can cause error too as well. So I just want to explain some aspects to us. Still struggling on how to install Node. Don't worry, how to install Node, we are going to understand it. Before I said that I promised I'm going to send a resource on how to do that. I will send a resource on how to do that. Okay, so my slide is showing now. So let's go. So this is what I want to show us. So if you look at our basic structure here, the way our React app looks like. The first thing we have is we have my app. The next thing is node modules. We have public, we have source, we have .git ignore, we have package.json, and then we have the readme.md. So now the SRC, this is where you will write your React component. I'm going to explain what component means. That's where you write a React component. Public, it contains static files like index.html, like things that you know that they are not changing at all, they are not dynamic. That's what you put under public. Do we get? So package.json, this actually manage all your dependencies and project metadata. That's what the package.json does. So now let's go to our VS Code and see what I'm actually talking about. Let's go to my VS Code so we can see what I'm talking about. Wow. Someone said my screen is showing. It was showing only before. That was before. Can you see it now? Can we see it now, please? We can't see it. We can't see my screen. Okay, let me stop sharing and share again. Let me stop sharing and share again. I'm sharing again. I'm sharing my screen again. I'm sharing again. Oh. So what about now? Okay, okay. So people are it's up now. All right. So thank you very much. All right. So I was describing basic structure. That's basically what I was doing. I was describing this basic structure. So I said inside my app that we created, we have node modules, we have public, we have SRC, we have git ignore, we have package.json, we have read.me. So yeah. So now inside the SRC, what we basically have inside is this is actually where we have all our React components. That's where we have our React components inside our SRC. While inside public, that's where we have our static files. That is the files that are not changing at all. We have them inside public. And then package.json, it actually manages all our dependencies and project metadata. That's actually what that does. Do we get that, please? Don't worry, I'm going to be explaining it again when I get to my VS Code. I will explain it again. Let me go to my VS Code. Let's go to our VS Code and see what we have here. So I'm in my VS Code now. All right, all right. So someone said it's not showing. Is it showing now? Can you all see my VS Code now? Someone said achieve. Very good. I love that. Congratulations. As he's able to do something, yeah, that's true. Congratulations, congratulations. So that means sorry, Margaret Adiola, you also help others too as well. Remember, the more you help people, the more you keep learning. So you also help those that are yet to install. So you help those that are yet to install. Okay, cool. All right. So you're welcome. So you're welcome. All right. So now let me now go inside that this thing. Let's go inside what we have here. So I can explain each of them one after the other. Okay. So now inside our my app here, or which app we now? We are using I think it's that Liter app we are using. Okay, we are using Liter app. So now inside this Liter app, basically what we have inside it, we have okay, you know what? So I don't convince anybody. I want to open a folder. I want to go and open the Liter folder. I don't want to convince anybody. So where's React? Liter React. I want to open the Liter React alone. I want to open it alone. Okay, I've opened it alone. Oh, wait, don't let me open it alone. Please, you should be able to understand the whole thing. Yes, yes. So I'm coming. I want to open that particular app alone on its own. That's what I want to do now. So cd Liter app code. So I'm coming. You guys are going to see my this in very well now. You will see it very well now. Yes, yes, yes. Someone said it has. Oh, I understand. Press build. Let me just okay. So I want to run my code here. So I'll share my VS Code screen so we can all see. So we are doing it again. At least for those that didn't follow before. For those that didn't follow before, for the sake of those that didn't follow before. All right, so I'm sharing my VS Code screen here. Thank you very much for saying that. NPX create React app. That was what we used earlier. All right, so this is my VS Code here. What I did, I opened folder and then I opened the data app. The reason why I did this, but I don't want to convince anybody. All right, so now I'm inside the data app now. So definitely I don't need to do CD anymore because I'm already inside it already. So now the next thing I want to do is what? npm start. So when I do npm start, basically it's going to start my React application for me. So after starting the whole thing, let's just wait for it to start. And while I explain all these things to us. So let's wait for it to start. Let me take this a bit down. This before. So we're talking about node modules here. So node modules actually has a lot of things here. Sorry. Node modules, it has a whole lot of things. Sorry. 842. They said they can't see my screen. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Audio. All right, thank you very much. So I was explaining something here. We said we have node modules, we have public, we have SRC, we have .git ignore, we have package.json, we have package.json here, we have readme here. So basically, for now, don't touch these two. Your git ignore, don't touch it too as well. What we are going to be working on, I'm going to explain what we are going to work on. So now inside this public here, inside this public, we said that's where we put static files. And what do I mean by static file? File that does not change at all. That's what I mean by static file. And when if you notice, when we installed when we started running our app, it opened a browser here. So now that browser it opened. Now it was showing React. It was showing React application on the browser. That's actually what it was showing. Okay, so thank you very much for confirming that, though, because some people are saying they are not seeing the whole thing. So you can see it was showing one React icon that is rolling on the screen. Now that React icon that is showing on the screen, all those things are inside our index.html here. They are all inside this place like this. Now they are all inside this. We can actually put everything inside this place. That this one is actually not changing. So now, for now, you are not touching public. You are not touching public. So where you want to go is what? Your SRC. So now inside your SRC, I said that's where you put your components. That's where you put your component. And when I say component, now this is actually where we now come to what we mean by components now. When I say component, let me know if everybody is following. Thank you. So when I say components now, basically, when you hear the word component, component means reusable code. That's what component means. Please, do we get that? I didn't link anything. No, I've not linked anything. I've not linked. I'm just explaining what we have. If you look at it, we built an application. We've built an application. After building it, we have not done anything on it. We've not done anything on it. We've not done anything on it. So when I open my SRC, I have app.css. That's actually my custom CSS. I have my app.js. Now that app.js is my what? More like let me say my home component. And because I'm using components. What do I mean by components? Components, basically, what it means, components are like building blocks of any React application. Please, let's, aside from the listing, let's focus on the whole thing here. I'm explaining component already. Please, let's focus. I'm explaining what component means already, I beg. Some say my screen is not showing. Please let me know if my screen is showing. At least if I can explain components too as well. Everything is okay. So we say my screen is not showing. Okay. So now inside the SRC, I have app.css, I have app.js, and I mentioned something like components now. So what do I mean by components? Components are what? Building blocks of a React application. Please note that when I say building block, for example, if you want to build a house now, what we use is what? We use bricks, or we use blocks in Nigeria also. We use block to build our houses. Now, all those blocks, each of those blocks are like components. Do we get that? Each of those blocks are what makes up that house. Without each block being layered, there is no house. Thank you very much for writing that again. Please, do we get what I just explained now? Like without all those blocks, there's no how you can achieve or build a complete house without block. So components are more like that. Like all these blocks, joining them together, make one big React application. That's what components, that's actually what it means. And if you now look at it now, when we create one block, we create another one. We are using each block. We are reusing them. Oh, we use the same block here, we use one block here, we use one block here, we use one block here. Thank you very much. Someone said I understand. Kudos to you, you understand. All right. So I've explained the building block aspect. So when I now say reusable codes now, when I say reusable, on Facebook, if you open Facebook on your laptop, if you look at it very well, you will see different icon. Probably you will see story. For you to add story, you will see that your profile picture is like the background. You will see that when you want to comment, you are looking at your profile picture in a circular way. You will see that on the right hand side, you will see your profile picture as well. On your Facebook, on your laptop, you see your profile everywhere, right? Please let me know if I'm right. I mean, on Facebook, you see your profile picture almost everywhere. Like when you want to comment, you see your profile picture when you want to comment. Please let me know if you actually get that, what I just said now. Aha. Thank you very much for confirming that. So now, when you are seeing your profile picture everywhere, like on one page, oh, you are seeing your profile picture in like, let's say in like 4 places on the same page. What does that mean? That means they are reusing the same code. They are reusing the same code, and there's no principle in coding or in programming. It's called dry principle. Don't repeat yourself. Now, all those profile image that you are seeing in separate place, they actually what wrote it in a complaint that one alone is the block. So what they now did is what they moved that block, they paste it in that place, they paste it the same thing, they paste the same thing, they paste the same thing in all those places. Please, do you get what I just explained now? Like the way you are seeing your profile picture, that means that profile picture, they've actually what they have it inside the component. All they just need to do is just to what use that component at the top, use that component in the comment section, use that component at the right hand side. That is what we mean by reusable codes. Please, do we all get that now? Let me know if you get when I say reusable, reusable codes. Okay, very good, very good. So now we now understand that components are building blocks, right? And we know that without components, there's no how we don't have a good React application. So they are more like a building block of a full React application. Now, when we now say components are reusable, you now understand that, oh, and we have one component, then I can use them multiple times. Do you get? I can use them multiple times. I can use them in many places on my page. And I use Facebook. Someone said no. Someone said it's showing loading. Please fast forward your, what do you call it? Please, I want to confirm what I explained with component. I explained two things with components now. Please, do we get it? Please let me know if you actually like, if you understand what I explained with components now. Someone said just like using variables. Yes. The funny thing about programming is you can actually read your own minutes to it. Once you read your own minutes to it, you know how it works. Definitely, you will know how to use it very well. Okay, yes. But this component part, please get it now. This component part is not very hard. I've explained it again. Okay, someone said no. Components are building block of a React application. And I explained that before you can build a building, before you can build one house, you have to use what? You have to use blocks. You layer all those blocks, you layer them together to build a complete house. Now, all those blocks, now, when I say exactly, all those blocks now are what we mean by components. Do you get? All those blocks are what we mean by components. Now, the other part that I now said components are reusable. You can produce the same block. If you look at this now, the block we are using, we can use the same block because we are producing the same thing. For typing, we are using if you are using reusing the same block, that's what we mean by reusable. And I use Facebook as an example. I said on Facebook, you will notice that when you open Facebook on your even on your phone, you will notice that your profile picture is at the top, your profile picture is in the where you want to comment, your profile picture is there. And all those things now, you don't expect Facebook to start writing different code for the same purpose. So what they need to do is what? Just put them inside the component. Just put your profile picture inside a component, then paste the code in that place, paste the code here. That's all they need to do. So that's all in that. Components are building blocks, and what components are reusable. Please, do we all get that now? Even if that's the major thing, the installation of React, the installation of Node, the installation of the what's it called of getting to know your npm version, getting to know your Node version, creating your React application. Yeah, but it's a different story on the group chat when there is an assignment. I'll be running that. Someone said a lot, yes, yeah. It's only definition of component that I learned today. See, you've learned something. You learned how the installation actually takes time. The installation takes time. Do you get? The installation takes time. That's why I don't want to rush us with the installation. I know the installation is actually going to take time. Don't worry. After installation, we've not done anything with React. What we've been doing since morning is what is the problem of all we've done since morning is components. We've not done anything in React. So you are looking at it that is only component that you know. It's not only components you know. Because we've not done anything on React. We've just been doing the installation and then we started components. I just explained components. So I'm seeing somebody saying yes. Please, why? Someone said a lot of people are saying yes here. It's a different story on the group chat when there is an assignment. So someone said once you learn how to install, you are good to go. It is not difficult. Once you learn how to, yeah, exactly. So somebody is saying something here. Someone said on the group chat, it's only something else. Please don't let it be something else. So if you don't understand it, say it in the class that I don't understand. If I did not explain, another person will explain to you. Exactly. Like your components, like just like, you know, it's just like saying, okay, let me just put it like this. You know, we have for cooking, we have recipe for cooking. Now that same recipe, you can use it multiple times. Do you get that same recipe? You can use it multiple times. That is, you are reusing it. That's all by reusable. You are using it multiple times. That same recipe will produce the same thing. Okay, no problem with that. No problem with that. Please, I hope we all get the whole part because it's components we've done. Oh. See, don't worry. If you say you know components in React, you are very big. Oh, okay, I understand. Yes. If you know only components in React, you are very big because I said components are building block of React application. That means components are very important. If you don't know components, then you don't know React. Now that you know components, so you know React small. At least you are trying. So that's actually where we are going to be stopping in today's class. That's where we are going to be stopping in today's class. So please, if you have not done your installation, oh yeah, come and meet us on the I say come and meet us. Just come to the Telegram community. We are going to see how we can actually do that. Get to React without learning fetch API, async, JS promise, and others. Suppose somebody asks this question. So now the reason why we didn't get to fetch API, async, JS is because of the curriculum. It's because of the curriculum. You know, if I were to be taking the class and maybe fast, let me just put for example now. You know that I can actually take the class and then we are going to do everything in the like everything I planned today. We are going to do it today. And if I do everything we planned today, now a lot of people won't get it. So the process of explanation, and also we are working with time. The process of explaining this one, explain this one, explain this one, that's actually what is taking time. So now what we are going to do. So what we are concerning ourselves with are into the nice destination. Some people say, thank you very much for saying that. Ask question, please screenshot so we can help you better. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so what we are going to do now, maybe we are going to see how we can actually help each other with some part of JavaScript that we didn't get. Some part of JavaScript we didn't get. We are going to see how we can actually help each other. Do you get? So we are going to see how we can help each other. Don't worry. I'm going to come to the Telegram community now. So that's actually going to be the end of the class for today. So like I said earlier, we are going to see how we can help each other. Please, we are going to see how we can help each other on how to go about all these JavaScript thing. Do you get? Thank you very much for saying that. JavaScript is very wide. We can't take it. Someone said, I'm not part of the class. I understand what is going on. How do I join the class? I'm very interested. Okay, so that will be the end. Please, let's come to the this thing, the Telegram community, to ask our question, so we can help ourselves better.